Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the Saturn in Aquarius transit for the sun, moon, or rising signs in Gemini. So you can watch all three signs. I'm going to have videos on all 12 zodiacs. So Saturn moved into Aquarius in March specifically March 21st, 2020. So about a year and a half ago. And it will stay in the sign of Aquarius until March 7th, 2023. So we're right in the middle. We're at the halfway point. So about another year and a half to go with Saturn in Aquarius. So these predictions will be between that time. Saturn in astrology is known as the great taskmaster. And that is true as well in tarot or really in any other divinatory system. It is sort of the energy of the stern or the strict father coming in and saying, you know what you're doing is not right. You need a gut check, you need a reality check, you need to change some things. There's a reason why, you are an adult, and there's a reason why you have to do certain things, right? And it's sort of it's a very serious, sort of strict, restrictive type of energy. And now in the tarot, the Saturn is associated with two cards, really. Number one is the world. The world's literal association is Saturn. And it's interesting because the world is a kind of coming of age, meaning you've gone through the entire hero's journey and now you're at the end of the line. And then the other one is the devil. And the reason the devil is associated with Saturn is because the devil is associated with Capricorn. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And so those are the two cards that you can look out for. Now, some of you may be going through a Saturn return. If you're like me and you're somewhere between the age of 27 and 30, you could be going through a Saturn return. Or if you're in between the age of 57 and 60-ish, you could also be going through your second Saturn return, and there's probably an important message in here for you. So let's go ahead and get right into this. I've gone ahead and fanned out these cards already because my table just doesn't have the give for me to do it on camera. But we're going to go ahead and look at any sort of astrological influences here in to start off the reading. So you have Libra. And what else here? You have Uranus. And you also here have Mercury. So isn't this interesting? Gemini. When I'm recording this video, not only are we in Libra season, but Mercury is in Libra right now, and we're in a Mercury retrograde. Now, you could be watching this video at any time, but it is interesting that we have this influence. Some of you are looking to achieve balance in your life right now. Between now and the end of, between now and 2023, you're really looking to achieve balance. You're maybe even looking at relationships, harmony in those areas. Some of you are inventing something, or you have done something in a new way. Some of you are kind of using your genius mind, especially as it relates to communication with Mercury's influence here. Some of you are in communications, or you're doing something in communication. I feel like partnerships and relationships are going to be important for you right now if they have not already been. So let's go ahead and put this right here, and we'll see how that comes back into play. Now, Gemini, have already shuffled these cards because I knew the intro would be long. So let's go ahead and pick some cards for you. Now, if this message resonates and you're enjoying it so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. There's also, if you hit, there's also a bell below this video. If you hit that, you'll never miss an update from me. And lastly, do hit that like button. It also helps me with the algorithm. All right, let's see what else we have here for you, Gemini. Make sure everything is in view, and we'll get right into it here for you. This Mercury retrograde influence is definitely affecting my introductions. So Thank you for bearing with me. But at any rate, this looks good enough to me. So energy on the bottom, you have the Magician. So this is the master manifester in the tarot. This is somebody who takes all of the tools, skills, talents, and abilities here at hand, and they use them and combine them to create something for themselves. In that way, they are sort of a creator. They are somebody who is able to bring something into existence, right? And it's a card of alchemy. It's a card of manifestation. And really, this says that you already have all the tools, skills, talents, and abilities that you need to be successful and to be a major success here. And so do keep that in mind. Now, what I feel like is going on here is some of you are quite skilled in selling, or some of you are quite skilled in communicating, and you're looking at building business relationships, or you're looking at building career relationships, maybe getting sales, something like that. I know that's a very narrow message. Some of you are also teaching, but there's something like that going on here where you are using your gift, which is sort of the gift of gab, or the ability to communicate, to really help yourself here. So right away in the middle, you have the Star. This is a really nice card. This says that you're in the spotlight right now, potentially for some of you. For others of you, you're recognizing that there's hope and optimism in the future coming in for you here with the Star's influence. There's also a really nice message of healing. This is healing waters of renewal. Really, any way you look at the Star, it's a good sign. It can also say that there's a wish being granted, because that person on the card is actually a genie, and so they grant wishes. And so for some of you, you have cast a wish out into the universe here around either, probably around what it is that you do for your career. And it's coming back in for you here. So it looks very good for you. So we'll see how that wraps back into play here. But in the past, so between where we are now and previously in 2020, somewhere around March 2020 to now, you have the Hierophant, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. So the Hierophant is either the place that you work, or a religious organization, a place that you practice, an organization that you're a part of, a mentor. But for some of you, you have really been thinking about your career here. This is also like sort of like a teacher, at least that's what I'm feeling, like in a mentor type of way. But I feel like some of you are teachers, or some of you are teaching. And for others of you, you're like an artisan. You're either an artisan, or like you're making things here with this Eight of Pentacles, or what could be going on is your artistry is your ability to communicate. Because remember, we have this strong Libra Mercury influence that we pulled in the beginning. Both energies are really great with communication. And so you can see this person here is wrapping up their latest creation, and they are ready to hand in or sell whatever it is that they're making here. You can see their other ones are hanging up on the ceiling, and it says that you have some sort of talent, gift, or ability that keeps you well provided for, especially with the Magician. Now you also here have the Judgment card. So this is a sort of card of karma. It's a strong card. It's the last card. It's the second to last card before you finish the hero's journey. It's right before the World. And remember, we said at the beginning of this reading that the World is the Saturn card. And so for some of you with this Judgment influence, you are sort of having a revelation around what it is that you do for your career. Something happened between 2020 and now that has really sort of shaped or molded you, and molded the way that whatever it is that you're doing right now. Now, in the current influence, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Star, and the Nine of Swords. So we've said that, like, maybe right now you're in the spotlight. Maybe something's coming true for you. Maybe you're like looking out and you're realizing like, wow, this is exactly what I wanted for myself. For others of you, what's going on here is you are maybe not having as optimistic of an outlook as the cards would suggest you can be having, because this is Nine of Swords here. This is somebody who is having a nightmare. They're staying up late at night. They are sort of anxious. They're ruminating. And the thing about the Nine of Swords is they are really fear casting. Like they're making something out to be a much larger deal than it actually is. And for you, it's like you have this presence of the star in the middle, which this middle card is very important. It bleeds into the rest. And the thing is, the star's like, Gemini, like, listen, you have something good going here for you. And so there could be something under the surface here that's unsettling you, maybe even causing you to have nightmares. Now, you also have this Four of Pentacles card. This is stability. This is potentially hanging on to what you have just a little bit too tightly. Can mean frugality in some ways, but it could also just mean finances stabilizing. I do feel like some of you are like making ends meet. It's like working out for you here, whatever it is that you've done here with your career. And some of you, it might even be self-employment for some reason, I'm getting for some of you. Now in the future, you have the Six of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So something from the past here is on your mind with the Six of Cups. This is nostalgia. This is someone returning, someone from the past trying to make a re-entry. It could be this event from the past here. And what I think I would tell you is to return to the star card, which is to look towards the future with optimism instead of stay too far in the past, is what I feel like saying. So this last column is between like now and 2023, March 2023. Take note of the areas of life where you may be, how do I want to say this, apathetic or bored, because there's an alternative opportunity or path that's coming in that's based on some good work that you've done here. You also have the Ten of Pentacles. This is a card of harvest, okay? It's a very good card for abundance. It's one of the most abundant cards. It's some sort of investment paying off, new job opportunity that comes with more money. Can even mean building a legacy, and with that, like inheritances, money being passed through generations. It's a very good card. It's the full manifestation of the suit of Pentacles. So let's see what else we have here. We're going to pull some angel cards. Thank you. Let's also pull that one, and I think we'll also pull that. Okay. All right. So we have within the next few months. Pretty amazing. So for whenever you're watching this, something could be coming in. This dream or this wish could be realized here pretty soon. You have wait, maybe in 2022, by the way, and reconsider. So I do see you reconsidering with the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups. Some of you maybe are not moving forward. The thing is here with that wait card, I feel like the past has sort of been, I feel like you've spent time like really honing in on something, or even mastering something. And what I feel like is going on here is I almost feel like there's going to be some like decisive or swift action that needs to be taken here in the future with reconsider. It could come in the form of an alternative opportunity with the Four of Cups, where it's like something comes in and you're like, I don't want to do that. That's not what that's not for me. But I do feel like maybe some of you are going to have an opportunity or something like that that comes in where you're like, wait, maybe I will do that. It could come in 2022. Let's see what else we have. We have the Five of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Sun. Amazing. So the Sun and the Star, always a great combination. Hard to beat that. One of my favorite combinations. So for some of you, as it lines up with the Judgment card, I feel like you're coming to the understanding that what you truly want is total happiness here, okay? In your self-reflection, it's almost going to feel like maybe even a revelation where you're like, why do I need to stay in this thing that I don't actually like doing? And that's what some of you are going to be doing. The Sun's influence is always a good sign. I do want to point out you have 17, 19, 20, which is just interesting. We don't have 18, we don't have 21, but could pull them. But others of you are thinking about moving away from where you've been for a long time with that Knight of Wands influence. And maybe just healing over some sort of loss of the past. I do want to remind myself what card is under there. Yeah, with the Hierophant. Some of you maybe have had situations with either mentors or previous jobs, and you're healing from that. You're also just looking to move on. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Two of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. So with this Two of Pentacles, or excuse me, this Two of Cups and this Three of Swords, what could be keeping you up late at night is a heartbreaking situation. This could be between you and a lover. This could be between you and like somebody you're in a relationship with. Could be between you and a friend or a partner or even a family member. Because that Two of Pentacles, or that Two of Cups, sorry, I keep saying that. Two of Cups is all about partnerships. And just any sort of relationship energy. It's a very good romance card, but you have it with the Three of Swords, and you have the Ace of Pentacles influence there as well, indicating that you're ready for a new beginning. Some of you, like, it's almost like whatever it is that you're talented in, whatever it is that you're manifesting here in this current situation is really working out for you. That Ace of Pentacles is all about like productivity, you know, building good things, getting new money around that. But at the same time, at this base level, maybe you're dealing with breakup, heartbreak, separation. And heartbreak can come in many forms. It's not always romantic. Just remember that. You have the Four of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Wands. So in the future here, what you're really going to be establishing is a foundation that sets you up for future achievements between now and 2023. Because of that Four of Wands. Some of you are looking to get married. Some of you will get married because you have the Two of Cups next to the Four of Wands. And so some of you will find somebody, and this will require you to really heal from this Three of Swords here. And as you do that, you will find somebody who's very, very good for you. Your luck's going to improve. There's going to be a random opportunity between now and 2023 that almost feels like it falls out of the sky, especially with Uranus's influence and Mercury and Libra, where it's just like, wow, I was not expecting this, because this is all about luck, and the Four of Cups is alternatives. And then the Six of Swords, or Wands rather, with that Ten of Pentacles, like something here is working out. Okay, Six of Wands is all about public recognition, people really valuing the work and giving you some sort of victory, and the Ten of Pentacles is abundance, harvest. So this looks amazing. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. I also am very grateful to the people who donate down below. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.